Hello, Amitofo. Welcome to tonight's English online group cultivation session. Technically, it should be a Chinese English, English Chinese session because the instructions will be in English, but um, the verses and other parts, the sutra will be in Chinese. So this is a way to help English speakers who are semi-bilingual or trying to learn Chinese to hopefully be able to learn the Chinese Sadhana, um, but with English translation to help you along and Han opinion. Okay, so before we begin, first of all, let's sit quietly and adjust our breathing. And please raise the back of your seat slightly. Sit in the 7-point posture of Vajrasattva. Your legs crossed in a lotus position. And you can place your hands in the meditation mudra below the navel. Straighten your spine, your central channel, and loosen, relax both your shoulders. Let your tongue touch your upper palate. Tuck in your chin. Close your eyes slightly, gently smile. Relax and let go of all thoughts. Focus your mind on a single point. Focus your attention on the present Dhamma practice. And let your body become still. Let your speech become silent. And let your mind become quiet. Completely empty your body and mind. And adjust our breathing as much as possible so that it becomes subtle, gentle, slow, and gradual. So you can take 3 deep breaths. True Buddha School Global Online Group Cultivation Session, Vajrasattva Practice for Preliminaries. Let's begin the practice. 祈求根本传承大加持. Begin with praying for the root lineage blessing. First, empty your body and mind. And next, visualize the true Buddha school lineage. So visualize that above the crown of your head, there are 5 moon discs from top to bottom. Namo Maha Vairochana Buddha. Namo Buddha Lochani Buddha Mother. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Namo Pama Kumara. Namo Living Buddha Lian Sheng. Visualize all of these lineage deities radiating great light, and one by one their faces transform into the face of our lineage root guru, and they then transform into pearls of light, and one by one they merge into the body of our root guru. And visualize our root guru sitting atop the crown of our heads, radiating great light. Form the Pama Kumara Mudra, and let's recite the short version of the Pama Kumara Heart Mantra 7 times to pray for the great lineage blessing and a perfect and complete practice. Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hom. 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 祈请莲生活佛加持完 supplication for the blessing of living Buddha Lian Sheng. Om Hom. 敬以清净身口意，供养毗卢遮那尊，法身佛言佛母圣，报身莲花童子身，应身教主莲生佛，三生无别大佛恩， 空性真佛大全真，具足神通弥六好，放光遍照于三极，一如无间能现正。佛此世时常哀请，光明铸照福贵增。昔日释迦来受记，阿弥陀佛应付托。弥勒菩萨戴红冠，莲华大士受密法。祈请不舍弘誓愿，救度我等诸众生，无事护念摄受，祈请加持速成就。南无毗卢遮那佛，南无佛眼佛母，南无莲花童子，南无莲生活佛，南无真佛海会十方三世诸佛菩萨摩诃萨。Perform the four immeasurables visualization 做四无量观。Visualize your father and paternal relatives on your left, your mother and maternal relatives on your right, your teachers, benefactors, loved ones, and friends behind you. Your karmic creditors and enemies in front of you. And all beings of the six realms surrounding on the outside. So these are gods or devas, humans, jealous gods or asuras, hungry ghosts or pretas, animals and beings in the hell realms. And they are all joining us in this tantric dharma practice, all attaining Buddhahood together. And then visualize the faces of all these sentient beings, transforming into your own face. So this visualization helps to cultivate a vast and boundless heart, a mind of equanimity. Form the awakened mudra, clap and snap fingers, 做精行手印拍掌弹指。清净咒及安土地真言 purification mantras and earth deity mantra. Om Sholi Sholi Maha Sholi Shosholi Soha. Om Shodoli Shodoli Shomoli Shomoli Soha. Om Maraladan Kaka Hom. Nama Samando Mudonan Om Kuru Du Dewi Soha. 念招请咒 recite the invocation mantra 3 times. Om Ah Om Soha. Om Ah Om Soha. Om Ah Om Soha. 众弟子一心奉请 we sincerely invoke Namo lineage True Guru, His Holiness the King Buddha Lian Sheng. Namo White Maha Pama Kumara. Namo Lotus Light Perfect East Buddha. Namo all lineage gurus of True Buddha School. The main deity of this group practice, Namo Vajrasattva. The main deity of this group practice, Namo Vajrasattva. The main deity of this group practice, Namo Vajrasattva. All Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and Mahasattvas of the 10 directions and 3 times. Namo Maha Prajna Paramita. Namo the great benevolent lineage gurus of True Buddha School. May all beings attain peace and happiness. Namo the 5 Buddhas, deities, and the shrine. May all beings be free of all sufferings. Namo all Buddhas of the 10 directions and 3 times. May all beings abide in joy and kindness. Namo the Tripitaka and 12 divisions of the Buddhist canon. May all beings forsake discrimination. Namo all sages and sanghas of the 10 directions and 3 times. May all beings attain perfect enlightenment. Namo the perfectly enlightened, holy red crowned Grand Master Venerable Lian Sheng. May all beings of the 6 realms of samsara and I attain unsurpassed enlightenment in an instant, take refuge in, and ultimately return to Lian Sheng's Buddha land. And sincerely invoke all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Dharmapalas, and various deities enshrined at our own respective altars. 观想大礼拜 Great Homage Visualization 礼拜根本传承上师及十方三世一切佛 First prostrate in homage to our lineage Guru and all Buddhas of the 10 directions and 3 times. From the Buddha Shrine Mudra and visualize above and in front of us the root Guru, all true school lineage Gurus, the 8 principal Idam deities, all Buddhas of the 10 directions and 3 times, all Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas, and all Dhamma protectors, including Nagas and Devas, and they appear like multitudes of twinkling stars, pervading the vast expanse of space. Bring the mudra to touch your brow point. Visualize your Guru's brow point, emitting a beam of brilliant white light entering your brow point. Bring the mudra to touch your throat area. Visualize your Guru's throat, emitting a beam of red light entering your throat area. Bring the mudra to touch your heart chakra. Visualize Ruku's heart chakra, emitting a brilliant beam of blue light entering your heart chakra. And then visualize yourself prostrating fully on the ground. Visualize infinite selves, paying homage universally to Ruku and all Buddhas in the 10 directions and 3 times. So paying homage to infinite Buddhas. And then bring the mudra to touch your brow point, and then release the mudra. Or by true Pusa, second prostrate in homage to all Bodhisattvas, form the lotus mudra, Lian Sheng, and do the same, repeat the same visualization, but this time paying homage to the Bodhisattvas. So, white light, red light, blue light, visualize infinite selves, prostrating in homage to all infinite Bodhisattvas. And bring the mudra to touch your brow point and then release the mudra. 三拜护法健康 third prostrate in homage to all Dharma protectors or Dharma palas. 结健康头长水 form the Vajra folded palms mudra. And let's repeat the same visualization, this time to all Dharma palas. So white light, red light, blue light, and then visualize infinite selves, prostrating in homage to infinite Dharma palas, Dharma protectors. Bring the mudra to touch your brow point and then release the mudra. 四平等一起手 fourth bow and homage to all inequality, so it's slightly different. Form the equality mudra, bow, touch your brow point, and then release the mudra. 大曼达供养 Great Mandala offering, or sometimes this is also known as Da Gongyang, Great Offering. So first form the offering mudra, and you can look at the diagram. It represents Mount Sumeru in the center, surrounded by the 4 continents, the 4 great continents, and visualize the mudra transforming to Mount Sumeru in the 4 great continents, containing infinite offerings within. So these 4 great continents are not the ones in the human realm, but they are the ones of Buddhist cosmology. So there's Jambudvipa and then all the others. Okay. So you can also visualize the offerings on the altar, multiplying to form a row. So you can visualize the 5 basic offerings. These are flowers, incense, lamps of light, tea, cups of hot tea, fruit. And since the main purpose of the sadhana is for us to purify karma, you can visualize white flowers, or you can offer white flowers, white lamps, if you can find white incense and fruit that's white in color. And you can also visualize exquisite clothing, gourmet food and cuisines, food, shelter, transportation, mountains of rice, amrita, rare and precious treasures, Vajra song and dance, all the things, all the offerings that you have carefully prepared, and visualize all these offerings multiplying to form an endless field, and the fields multiplying to fill the entire universe. And sincerely offer all these to our lineage guru. The lineage gurus are true school, the 8 principal Idam deities, all Buddhas of the 10 directions and 3 times, all bodhisattvas and mahasattvas, and all Dhamma protectors, including devas and nagas. 念供养赞 recite the offering verse. 须弥四周被日月，化诸珍宝供养佛。种种珍奇诸功德，消业速速证菩提。念供养者 recite the offering mantra. Om Sawa Tadakata Idam Ulana Mincha Kan Hilye Dami. And bring the mudra to touch your brow point, and then release the mudra. 四皈依 fourfold refuge. And let's perform the empowerment visualization. So let's visualize our lineage guru, Grand Master Lu, all lineage gurus, true school, all Buddhas, Dharma, and Sanghas, merging and transforming into a great white light to bestow empowerment on us. 念四归咒3遍 recite the fourfold refuge mantra 3 times. Namo Gurube, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankhaye. Namo Gurube, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankhaye. Namo Gurube, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankhaye. 衣甲护身 armor protection. 手结金刚合掌手 inform the Vajra folded palms mudra. 是金刚手菩萨真言7遍 recite the Vajrapani mantra 7 times. So you can refer to the image of Vajrapani Bodhisattva on the screen. Om Pralanjali, Om Pralanjali, Om Pralanjali, Om Pralanjali, Om Pralanjali, Om Pralanjali, Om Pralanjali. Bring the mudra to touch your forehead, throat, heart, left shoulder, right shoulder. And as you bring the mudra back to your forehead to release the mudra, visualize Vajrapani appearing the space above you, multiplying to 4, and guarding you from the front, back, left, and right. Vajrapani in a lunging position, right leg bent, right hand held up high with Vajrasattva or Dorji. Left hand holding a lasso surrounded by fiery flames. And he's adorned by all kinds of ornaments, wearing a tiger skin skirt, layers, multi-layers of necklaces, armlets, bracelets, anklets, toe ornaments. Gawang Guanxin Sing Hiking Avalokiteshvara Sutra. 奉请八大菩萨，南无观世音菩萨摩诃萨，南无弥勒菩萨摩诃萨，南无虚空藏菩萨摩诃萨，南无普贤菩萨摩诃萨，南无金刚手菩萨摩诃萨，南无妙吉祥菩萨摩诃萨，南无除盖藏菩萨摩诃萨，南无地藏王菩萨摩诃萨， 南无初春菩萨摩诃萨。观世音菩萨，南无佛，南无法，南无僧。佛国有缘，佛法相应，常乐我净，有缘佛法。南无摩诃般若波罗蜜十大圣咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜十大明咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜十无上咒，南无摩诃般若波罗蜜十无等等咒。南无净光秘密佛，法藏佛，狮子吼神足幽王佛。佛告须弥灯王佛，法护佛，金刚藏狮子游戏佛，宝胜佛，神通佛，药师琉璃光王佛，五官功德上王佛，善住功德宝王佛，过去七佛，未来现前千佛，1500佛，15000佛，500花胜佛，百亿金刚藏佛，定光佛，六方六佛名号，东方宝光月殿月妙尊音王佛。南方树根花王佛，西方教王神通焰花王佛，北方月殿清净佛，上方无数清净宝手佛，下方善气月音王佛，无量诸佛多宝佛，释迦牟尼佛、弥勒佛、阿出佛、弥陀佛，中央一切众生在佛世界中者，行住于地上及在虚空中。此用于一切众生，各令安稳修行，昼夜修行，心常处诵此经，能灭生死苦，消除诸毒害。南无大明观世音，光明观世音，高明观世音，开明观世音，药王菩萨，药上菩萨，文殊师利菩萨，普贤菩萨，虚空藏菩萨，地藏王菩萨，清凉宝山亿万菩萨。普光王如来化圣菩萨，念念诵此经，七佛世尊，即说咒曰：利波利波得，求诃求诃得，陀罗尼得，尼诃那得，毗梨尼得，摩诃迦得，真灵前得，娑哈。利波利波得，求诃求诃得，陀罗尼得，尼诃那得，毗梨尼得，摩诃迦得，真灵前得，娑哈。利波利波得，求诃求诃得，陀罗尼得，尼诃那得，毗梨尼得，摩诃迦得，真灵前得，娑哈。利波利波得，求诃求诃得，陀罗尼得，尼诃那得，毗梨尼得，摩诃迦得，真灵前得，娑哈。利波利波得，求诃求诃得，陀罗尼得，尼诃那得，毗梨尼得，摩诃迦得，真灵前得，娑哈。利波利波得，求诃求诃得，陀罗尼得，尼诃那得，毗梨尼得，摩诃迦得，真灵前得，娑哈。利波利波得，求诃求诃得，陀罗尼得，尼诃那得，毗梨尼得，摩诃迦得，真灵前得，娑哈。十方观世音，一切诸菩萨，誓愿救众生，生灵悉解脱。若有智慧者，因情为解说；但是有因缘，读诵口不辍，诵经满千遍，念念心不绝。火焰不能伤，刀兵力摧者，愤怒生欢喜，死者变成活。莫言此事虚，诸佛不忘说。高王观世音能救诸苦儿，临危急难中，死者变成活。诸佛语不虚，是孤因顶礼。持诵满千遍，重罪皆消灭。后复坚信者，专攻受持经，愿以此功德普及于一切。诵满1000遍，重罪皆消灭。高王观世音经中。And next, the rebirth mantra. So here we can visualize Wang Shen Zhou. So first form the Great Ocean Deliverance Mudra, and let's visualize Amitabha Buddha. And he's flanked by Avalokiteshvara, Guanxin Pusa, and Mahasama Prapta Bodhisattva, Dashichu Pusa on his left and right. And you can visualize Amitabha Buddha. He can be standing or sitting, depending on the version that you have enshrined at your altar. So Amitabha Buddha is radiating brilliant light, and he releases or transforms or manifests countless lotus blossoms or Dharma vessels to deliver our deceased ancestors, our common creditors, any beings that we may have hurt in this life or past lives, whether unintentionally or intentionally. We pray for their deliverance to the pure land, the Western pure land of ultimate bliss, Sukhabati. And so let's recite the rebirth mantra 7 times. Namo Amito Ye, Dota Kato Ye, Dodieta, Amilito Popi, Amilito Sidan Popi, Amilito Picalante, Amilito Picalando, Camini Kakana, Chedo Calisoha, Namo Amito Ye, Dota Kato Ye, Dodieta, Amilito Popi, Amilito Sidan Popi, Amilito Picalante, Amilito Picalando, Kamini kakana chido kali soha. Namo Amito Ye Dota Katoye Dodieta Amilito Popi Amilito Sidan Popi Amilito Picalante Amilito Picalando Kamini kakana chido kali soha. Namo Amito Ye Dota Katoye Dodieta Amilito Popi Amilito Sidan Popi Amilito Picalante, Amilito Picalento, Camini Cacana, Chito Calisoha, Namo Amito Poye, Dota Catoye, Dodieta, Amilito Popi, Amilito Sidan Popi, Amilito Picalante, Amilito Picalento, Camini Cacana, Chito Calisoha, Namo Amito Poye, Dota Catoye, Dodieta, Amilito Popi, Amilito Sita Popi, Amilito Picalante, Amilito Picalando, Camini Cacana, Chito Calisoha, Namo Amito Poye, Dota Catoye, Dodieta, Amilito Popi, Amilito Sita Popi, Amilito Picalante, Amilito Picalento, Camini Cacana, Chido Caliso. 念四无量心偈 Recite the full immeasurable prayer. 愿一切众生具足了极乐因事慈无量。愿一切众生脱离苦及苦因是悲无量。愿一切众生永住无苦安乐是喜无量。愿一切众生弃爱争增处平等是舍无量。发菩提心 generating bodhicitta. 念发菩提心文 recite the generating bodhicitta verse. 弟子莲花种的，从此皈依根本上师三宝，直至菩提永不退转。所有大小各善，悉以本师众生，速成佛道。念发菩提心真言3遍 Recite the Bodhicitta mantra 3 times. Om Bodhicitta Vetsa Samaya Ahom. Om Bodhicitta Vetsa Samaya Ahom. Om Bodhicitta Vetsa Samaya Ahom. 心刚心 Vajracitta or Vajra heart or Vajra mind. 念忏悔偈3遍 Recite the repentance verse 3 times. 我昔所作诸罪业，皆由无始贪嗔痴，从生于意之所生，一切我今皆忏悔。我昔所作诸罪业，皆由无始贪嗔痴， 从生与意，此之所生，一切我今皆忏悔。我今所作诸罪业，皆有无始堪称是。从生与意之所生，一切我今皆忏悔。念忏悔咒108遍。Recite the repentance mantra 108 times. Om Vedza Samya Surya, 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 Om Vedza Samya Surya.莲花童子心咒108遍。 Kumara had mantra 108 times. 先做观想三光加倍. First perform the 3 light blessing visualization. So that means visualize our root Guru's brow point, emitting a powerful beam of white light entering your brow point. And then visualize our root Guru's throat area, emitting a powerful beam of red light entering your throat area. Third, visualize our root Guru's heart chakra, emitting a powerful beam of blue light entering our heart chakra, your heart chakra. And visualize the white, red, and blue beams of light dissolving into your body and mind. Then perform the mala beads visualization. So this means hold mala beads with both hands in front of your chest. And then visualize your left hand as a Vajra bell, your right hand as a Vajra scepter, the Guru bead as the stupa of abundant treasures Buddha, Praputa Buddha's stupa, and the 4 divider beads as the 4 Diva Kings, the 4 Lokapalas. Visualize the tassel as a lotus hand or a Buddha hand. Visualize the mala bead string as the white light of Vajrasattva's inherent nature, threading through all the beads. And during mantra recitation, as each bead is moved and counted, visualize it transforming into our lineage Guru, living Buddha Lian Sheng, coming towards us. 是莲花童子心手108遍. Recite the Pama Kumara Hat mantra 108 times. Short version. So if you have time in your own personal daily practice, you can also recite the long version. Okay. Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hom. 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 金刚心菩萨把 Vajrasattva Bodhisattva practice，请手结金刚萨埵手云风的 Vajrasattva mudra，先观空，面观空中3遍。First, visualize emptiness. So you can visualize a blue moon disk in front of you, gradually expanding to infinity. And you merge into this moon disk. You recite the emptiness mantra 3 times. Om Subhava Sutta Sawa Dharma Subhava Suttoham. Om Subhava Sutta Sawa Dharma Subhava Suttoham. Om Subhava Sutta Sawa Dharma Subhava Suttoham. 3段法身观想 3-stage Dharma rising visualization. Above an expanse of ocean is a stretch of clear, sunny sky stretching on for miles. And a light blue moon disk rises up from the ocean into the sky. And within the moon disk, a white Tibetan seed syllable Hom and its brilliant white light. The Hom seed syllable in the moon disk evolves and transforms into Vajrasattva. Visualize Vajrasattva seated upon an 8-petaled lotus. Vajrasattva's body is white in color. Wearing a 5 Buddha crown and layers of celestial clothing, Vajrasattva holds a Vajra scepter in his right hand against his heart, and a Vajra bell in his left hand by his left thigh. And you can visualize the streamers from his 5 Buddha crown and his earrings, his multi-layered strands of necklaces, his armlets, bracelets, face belt, toe ornaments, anklets, the fine details of his celestial clothing. And he's gazing at us compassionately and surrounded. There's a flowing scarf around his arms. So if you can also imagine the tinkling sounds from his ornaments. So try to visualize as vividly as you can. If you're having trouble visualizing, you can also look at the image on the screen and use that as a reference, or look at the Vajrasattva statue enshrined at your altar. The Vajrasattva Residing in Vajrasattva's heart is a white Hom seed syllable, surrounded by the 100-syllable mantra, mantra wing. And from Vajrasattva's heart flows a stream of white, luminous amrita to bestow empowerment on you, the practitioner, and all of your negative karma and afflictions are transformed into black liquid which seeps out through your skin pores. And after purification, Vajrasattva descends into your body, merging with you to become one and the same. Let's recite the 100-syllable mantra 21 times, 颂百字明咒20遍。Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva denubadicha sensumeba Sudokai mepawa supukai mepawa Anulato mepawa sawa siddhi mepulayacha sawa karma Sushami chidamu soliran guru ho ha 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 bhagavan sawa Tata kata vajamame mancha vajabawa Mahasamaya sato a Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva denubadicha sensumeba Sudokai mepawa supukai mepawa Anulato mepawa sawa siddhi mepulayacha sawa karma sushami chidam suliran guru hom ha 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 bhagavan sawa tata kata vajamame mancha vajabawa mahasamaya sato a hum vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva denubadicha sensumeba Sudokai mepawa supukai mepawa Anulato mepawa sawa siddhi mepulayacha sawa karma sushami chidam suliran guru hom ha 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 bhagavan sawa tata kata vajamame mancha vajabawa mahasamaya sato a Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva denubadicha sensumeba Sudokai mepawa supokai mepawa Anulato mepawa sawa siddhi mepulayacha sawa karma sushami chidamu suliran guru ho ha 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 bhagavan sawa tata kata vajamame mancha vajabawa mahasamaya sato a Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva denubadicha sensumeba Sudokai mepawa supokai mepawa Anulato mepawa sawa siddhi mepulayacha sawa karma sushami chidamu suliran guru ha 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 bhagavan sawa tata kata vajamame mancha vajabawa mahasamaya sato a Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva denubadicha sensumeba Sudokai mepawa supokai mepawa Anulato mepawa sawa siddhi mepulayacha sawa karma sushami chidam suliran guru hom ha 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 bhagavan sawa tata kata vajamame mancha vajabawa mahasamaya sato a Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva denubadicha sensumeba Sudokai mepawa supokai mepawa Anulato mepawa sawa siddhi mepulayacha sawa karma sushami chidam suliran guru hom ha 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 bhagavan sawa tata kata vajamame mancha vajabawa mahasamaya sato a Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva denubadicha sensumeba Sudokai mepawa supokai mepawa Anulato mepawa bawa sawa siddhi me polaya cha sawa karma sushami siddham sulivan guru hum ha 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 bhagavan sawa tata kata sama me mancha bezipawa mahasamaya sato a kunte. Beta Sado Samaya Manupalai Beta Sado Denupanicha Zuzwa Mepao Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepawa Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepolayacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Sulivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vizama Mimancha Vizipawa Mahasamaya Sato A Hum Beta Sato Samaya Manupalai Beta Sato Denupadisha Zazum Nepal Sudokai Mepawa Supukai Mepal Anuado Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepolayaja Sawa Karma Sushani Siddham Sulivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tadakata Bezama Mimancha Bezapawa Mahasamai Sato A Hum Beta Sato Samaya Manupalai Beta Sato Denupadisha Zazomepal Sudokaya Mepawa Supokaya Mepal Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepolayacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Sulivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vizama Mimancha Vizapawa Mahasamaya Sato A Hum Beta Sato Samaya Manupalai Beta Sato Denupanisha Zuzumepal Sudokai Mepawa Supukai Mepal Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepolayasha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Sulivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vizama Vimancha Vizapawa Mahasamaya Sato A Hum Beta Sato Samaya Manupalai Beta Sato Denupadisha Zuzumepao Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepao Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepolayacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Sulivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Bezama Mimancha Bezabawa Mahasamaya Sato A Beta Sado Samaya Manupalaya Beta Sado Denupanicha Sazomepao Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepawa Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepolayacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Sulivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Bezama Mimancha Bezabawa Mahasamaya Sato A Beta Sato Samaya Manupalai Beta Sato Denupadisha Suzumepal Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepawa Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepolayacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddhamu Sulivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Bezama Mimancha Bezapawa Mahasamai Sato A Beta Sato Samaya Manupalai Beta Sato Denupadisha Zazomepal Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepawa Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepolayacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Sulivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Bezama Mimancha Bezapawa Mahasamai Sato A Beta Sato Samaya Manupalaya Beta Sato Denupadisha Zazumepal Sudokai Mepawa Supokai Mepal Anulato Mepawa Sawa Siddhi Mepolayacha Sawa Karma Sushami Siddham Sulivan Guru Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Bezama Mimancha Bezabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Vajrasattva samaya manupalai. Vajrasattva denupaticha sazo mepao. Sudokai mepawa, subokai mepawa. Anulato mepawa, sawa siddhi mepolayacha. Sawa karma sushami siddham. Sulirin guru hum. Ha 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 ha. Bhagavan sawa. Tathagata vizama mimuncha. Vizibawa mahasamai. Sato ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalai. Vajrasattva denupaticha sazo mepao. Sudokai mepawa, subokai mepawa. Anulato mepawa, sawa siddhi mepolayacha. Sawa karma sushame siddhamu saliran guru hum. Ha 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 ha. Bhagavan sawa. Tathagata vizama mimancha. Vizibawa mahasamaya sato ahum. Vajrasattva samaya manupalai. Vajrasattva denupaticha sazo mepao. Sudokai mepawa, subokai mepawa. Anulato mepawa, sawa siddhi mepolayacha. Sawa karma sushame siddham. Siliran guru hum. Ha 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 ha. Bhagavan sawa. Tathagata vizama mimancha. Vizipawa mahasamai. Sato ahum. Vajrasattva samaya manupalai. Vajrasattva denupaticha sazo mepawa. Sudokai mepawa, subokai mepawa. Anulato mepawa, sawa siddhi mepolayacha. Sawa karma sushame siddham. Suliran guru hum. Ha 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 ha. Bhagavan sawa. Tathagata vizama mimancha. Vizipawa mahasamaya. Sato ahum. 做九节国风入三摩地. So let's first do the visualization. Visualize your entire body is as transparent, clear, and pure as crystal. And inside your body, there are 3 vertical channels running parallel to each other. And all 3 channels start at the navel chakra located 4 finger widths below the navel, branching out upwards to become the central right and left channels. The central channel has a top wide, bottom narrow, trumpet-like shape, flaring out like the bell of a trumpet and ending at the crown of your head. And the right and left channels run next to the central channel, with the left channel ending at your left nostril and the right channel ending at your right nostril. So this is the visualization of the 3 channels. So the video clip on the screen is just for reference, and it's actually not the complete 9-cycle Buddha wind. So just use it as a reference, but it's actually looping, and it doesn't show the all 9 cycles. So try to follow my instructions. There's actually a much better video on the Sound of Late Sound's YouTube channel, which you can also refer to. The link to the Sound of Late Sound's channel is at the bottom description. Okay, so first use your, if you're completely new, you can use your ring finger or little finger to block the nostril that you're not breathing in from. But once you are more advanced or comfortable in the practice, you don't necessarily have to use the finger to block your nostril, and you can just try to visualize Qi. So the key of this practice is Si Man Chang, which is subtle, gentle, slow, and gradual, complete breathing. So the first cycle, breathe in the white light of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas through your right nostril. And as the tea enters your body, it turns into red and it goes down to your navel chakra, and then it switches to your left channel, ascends along your left channel, and exits from your left nostril as black smoke. So breathe out all your um, afflictions, your worries and troubles, your karmic hindrances. Visualize them as black tea, okay? Exiting from your left nostril. Then second cycle, breathe in through your left nostril, the white light of all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas. And as the tea enters your left channel, the left nostril, the left channel, it turns into red, goes down your left channel to your navel chakra, and then it switches to your right channel. It goes up your right channel, and slowly breathe out all your mental afflictions, your worries and troubles as black tea exiting from your right nostril. Third cycle, breathe in the white light of all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas in the vast expanse of space. Breathe in all their white light through both nostrils, and as the tea enters both nostrils, they turn into red light and goes down both channels to your navel chakra. And then they merge into one, into your central channel. And this time the tea ascends all the way to your crown where there is no outlet. And so this red light descends back down your central channel to your navel chakra, and then splits into two to ascend along your left and right channels, and eventually exits both nostrils as black smoke. Okay, so the fourth cycle is the same as the second cycle. So I'll only briefly describe the following instructions. Breathe in the white light of all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas through your left nostril. And then breathe out slowly through your right nostril. Breathe out all your mental afflictions, karmic hindrances, worries and troubles. And the fifth cycle is the same as the first cycle. Breathe in the white light of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas through your right nostril. And then slowly breathe out through your left nostril. Let see all your worries and troubles, karmic infliction, your karmic hindrances, your mental afflictions. The next cycle is the same as the third cycle. Breathe in the light of all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, in the vast expanse of space. Breathe in through both nostrils. Yeah, breathe in your white light. And turns into red as the tea enters your body. The tea goes down your left and right channels at the same time. Then they merge into your central channel. It goes up your central channel all the way to your crown where there is no where there is no opening, no outlet. And so the red light goes back down the central channel to your navel chakra, and then splits into two to ascend along your left and right channel, left and right channels, and eventually exiting both nostrils as black smoke. Let's see. So breathe out all your mental afflictions, your karmic hindrances, all your worries and troubles. Repeat the same visualization for the seventh cycle. So breathe in the white light of all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas breathe in through both nostrils. And then breathe out slowly through both nostrils. The eighth cycle, breathe in the white light of all of the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas through your right nostril. So this is the same visualization as step one. And then slowly breathe out through your left nostril, breathe out all your karmic hindrances, your mental afflictions. Visualize them being represented by black tea, black smoke, and being exhaled from your from your left nostril. And the last cycle, the ninth cycle, breathe in the white light of all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas through your left nostril. Goes down your left channel to your navel chakra, switches over to your right channel, goes up your right channel, and finally slowly exits from your right nostril as black smoke. So breathe out all your karmic hindrances, your mental afflictions, all your troubles and worries. Okay, at this time, let's do the visualization of the deity merging into the practitioner. In Chinese, this is called Ru Guan. Okay, so because we're doing the Vajrasattva Sadhana, the deity referred to here is Vajrasattva or Vajracitta Bodhisattva. So visualize Vajrasattva sitting atop your head at the Brahma aperture, the crown opening, and inside your body, the lotus located at your heart chakra in your central channel opens up to reveal a moon disk. And on the moon disk is Vajrasattva's seed syllable Hom, radiating brilliant light. And visualize Vajrasattva atop your head, transforming into a rice grain-sized, shining pearl of light. Which then enters through your Brahma aperture. It descends along your central channel, eventually reaching and resting upon the lotus at your heart chakra. At your heart chakra lotus, Vajrasattva gradually becomes larger and larger, until becoming the same size as you. And visualize yourself becoming Vajrasattva. And you are now Vajrasattva, one and the same. So let's enter Samadhi for 10 minutes. So you can also do the breath counting method during this time. Where you mindfully count your breaths. True thing, emerging from samadhi. Song Zan, recite praise. 莲生活佛教授大密法，金刚萨埵变化金刚心，二者融合真是大相应，罪障消除真正得清净。加念八大本尊心咒 recite the heart mantras of the eight principal Yidam deities. Om Amideva Se, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Pranamo Nidoling Soha, Om Ha 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 We Samoye Soha, Om Jali Jali Junti Soha, Om Chambala Chanam Chalaye Soha, Om Ah Hum Beza Guru Gema Siddhi Hum Se, Om Ah Hum Guru Be, Ah Sasamaha Lian Sheng Siddhi Hum, Beata Om Bekatia Bekatia Maha Bekatia, Latsa Samo Kadahe Soha. 念佛三称 recite Buddha's name 3 times. 南无36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿11万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。加念请佛注释祈愿文 Supplication for Buddha to stay in the Sahara Walk. 具德妙善圣尊秘密主，十方世界佛刹成数佛，大悲有情海会众菩萨，护教金刚空行前顶礼。世间三毒炽盛业漫漫，身心摧折轮回苦修。圣尊理念降生度迷情，三宝如是微光护全身。人天福田所依金刚身，受戒传法灌顶此悉地。佛子祈请注释转法轮，利乐无量无尽众生界。北向 Merit Dedication 愿同念佛者，同生极乐国，上报四重恩，下济三途苦。见佛了生死，如佛度一切。We disciples dedicate the merits of this practice to our lineage true Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng. May Guru Buddha always have good health and longevity, be at perfect ease, always reside in the Saha world to turn the Dharma wheel. We also pray for Shimu Vajrasattva Lian Sheng to be in good health. May everyone be healthy, steadfast in cultivation, have everything go as wished, and have all misfortunes turn into blessings. You may silently make your own prayers, dedications, and wishes at this time. Wait. Recite the 100 syllable mantra 3 times, this time to make up for any errors or omissions during the practice, for unclear visualizations or discussing thoughts. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenubadicha Zazwame Bawa Sudokaya Mebawa Subukaya Mebawa Anulado Mebawa Sawa Siddhi Mepulayaja Sawa Karma Suchame Chidam Sulivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tata Kata Vizamame Mancha Vizubawa Mahasamai Sato A Hum He Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenubadicha Zazwame Sudokai Mebawa Subokai Mebawa Anulado Mebawa Sawa Siddhi Mepulayacha Sawa Karma Sushami Chidam Sulivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tata Kata Vizamame Mancha Vizubawa Mahasamaya Sato A Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tenubadicha Zazwame Sudokai Mebawa Subokai Mebawa Anulado Mebawa Sawa Siddhi Mepulayacha Sawa Karma Sushami Chidam Sulivan Guru Hum Ha 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 Bhagavan Sawa Tadakata Vizamame Mancha Vizibawa Mahasamaya Sato A Hum He 观想大礼拜 Great Homage Visualization 礼拜根本全上师及十方三世一切佛 Just prostrate in homage to the lineage root Guru and all Buddhas of the 10 directions and 3 times. From the Buddha Shrine Mudra, Om. White light, red light, Om. Blue light, visualize infinite selves, prostrating to infinite Buddhas. Bring the mudra to touch your brow point, release the mudra. By True Pusa, second prostrate in homage to all bodhisattvas. From the lotus mudra, Om, white light, red light, Om, blue light. Then visualize infinite selves, prostrating to infinite bodhisattvas. Bring the mudra to touch your brow point and release the mudra. Sambai Upa Jinggang, third prostrate in homage to all Dhamma protectors from the Vajra folded palms mudra. And do the same visualization from white light, red light, home, blue light. Visualize infinite selves, prostrating to infinite Dhamma protectors. Bring the mudra to touch your brow point, release the mudra. 四平等一起手 for bow and homage all in equality. From the equality mudra, bow, touch your brow point, and then release the mudra. 初坛念圆满咒 exit the practice and recite the completion mantra 3 times. Om Bulin, Om Bulin, Om Bulin, Om Mani Demi Hom. From the center of mudra, clap twice, snap fingers. 说法圆满如意吉祥. This concludes a perfect and complete practice. May all your wishes be fulfilled and all your endeavors be auspicious. Thank you everyone for your participation. And okay, so before we begin, let us put our palms together and pay homage to our most revered Guru, His Holiness the Living Buddha Lian Sheng, and all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, pray for your blessing so that any Dharma sharing, any sharing will be auspicious and beneficial, helpful to those who are listening. Okay, so I was debating, I'm Reverend Lian An, I'm from Singapore, and it's actually 10:30 a.m. around there right now. I was actually debating with myself whether or not to mention this, but I think it's worth mentioning because so what happened was that I was searching online and it was just serendipity or chance by chance I came across this forum and basically this this very young person had left a message in the forum and she was expressing she had a lot of questions. So this what had happened was that her mom or I think it's her mom. Her mom is a true Buddha school disciple and wanted to participate in this Sheng ritual, which is the life essence burial ritual. And so what had happened was the mom had tried to gather the items for the ritual from this daughter, this young person, but the mom was not able to explain why the items were needed. So the daughter was very confused and had a lot of question marks and basically left a message in the forum expressing her concerns. So basically, I think it showed, and then the fortunate thing is that a Dharma sibling or somebody else had actually taken the initiative to respond to that question to explain about it. But I think it's worth mentioning because just to prevent other parents who want the best for their children and they try to help their children to participate in this Shengxi ritual, the life essence burial ritual. Um, but when they're not able to explain it, young children these days or youngsters, they're very smart, but they don't necessarily have the wisdom or the insight or the understanding. And when they don't have that, there is potential for misunderstanding to occur. So um, hopefully the misunderstanding can be cleared up, and so might be necessary. There could be a communication gap because sometimes when parents are immigrants, my own parents are immigrant Chinese to a very westernized country. So I grew up in a more westernized kind of environment, but my own parents are actually more Chinese speaking. So sometimes I do feel the cultural gap and the language barrier. But in Western countries, I can imagine it's even more so when the parents are maybe they're Cantonese speaking or they're like Chinese speaking, and then the children are like they're brought up in a westernized kind of environment. They barely know how to read Chinese, and they maybe speak a little Cantonese and a little bit of Chinese, but they can't really access the full extent of Grand Master's teachings. And so it's necessary for those who are English speaking to try to help with the correct understanding to try and help these people, these newcomers in a way, because they might tag along with their family, sort of being forced into participating, but they're pretty much clueless. And when that happens, misunderstanding can occur. So it's just good to reassure them. It's not um, like magic or anything like that. You know, it's actually um, it is a ritual. It's a ritual, a Taoist ritual that basically borrows the energy of the earth. And so it requires somebody who is an accomplished spiritual cultivator to pick the spot. And in True Buddha School, we are so lucky to have our lineage guru who's well versed in feng shui and geomancy. Not everyone really knows um, about this, and so he's able to pick that spot, which Golden Mother has bestowed through indications and Rainbow Temple. So we are so fortunate to have access to this. Um, yeah. So I think it's important for parents to talk to their children so that they understand what is happening, and the items that are collected from each person. It's a representation of us, and it's buried in the earth, and it's we are supplicating like the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to bless the ritual, bless the people, the participants, so that they can have better fortune. And we have to bear in mind that this actually needs to be in conjunction with carrying out good deeds. So just performing the ritual itself is not enough. Making an offering in sincere supplication is only a little part of it. We also need to combine this um, with our own spiritual cultivation to actually engage in spiritual cultivation and purify our karma, our body, speech, and mind, abiding by the five precepts not to harm others, um, through the five precepts, not to kill, not to steal, not to engage in misconduct, not to get drunk, and therefore commit transgressions and inadvertently. So these are all part of the conditions that will help us to transform our fate. So if you haven't heard of Liao Fan Sheng, the four lessons of Liao Fan, I encourage you to search for it. And basically, the most basic thing about when we are born, we come with we're we do have a certain amount of there is fate, but then Buddha Dharma teaches us that there is also free will in a sense that we can change our fate through spiritual cultivation. So even though we may have come into this life with a fixed amount of good fortune, we are born into a certain family, into a certain environment. We have a certain amount of intelligence. We meet certain people in our lives. We have certain amount of education. All of these are factors that have been influenced by our past karma from our previous lives. But in this life, if you have the good fortune or the blessing to encounter the Dharma, this is a way to transform our fate, our future destiny through spiritual cultivation. And that's why it's so important that when we purify our karma, we can improve our fate, and then slowly your life will become better. Gradually, you'll become better. And Grand Master has also taught dharmas that are um, like the one of Trashilamo, the Sadhana, which is to try to help people be able to generate sudden wealth. So if you follow the sadhanas and so on. So that's basically one main point that I'd like to share. And the other thing is just pretty much an announcement. The Trubya Tantric Dharma 2 course is coming to an end. The last lesson will be, I think it's time to hand in the class homework by November, mid or late November, so that you can sit for the exam. And then finally, the graduation ceremony will be in December. And the last lesson might be end of this month. So if you can, I highly encourage you to take part in taking the course and submitting assignments and taking the exam, because it's through the participation in the course. It kind of forces you to really try to digest the information and accelerates your learning in a way. So you can also test yourself to see how much you actually remember, how much you know, um, and things like that. And also, so I highly encourage you, if you can, to take part in the course, in the exam, and go for it. Okay, so that's the end of my sharing. Wishing everyone all the best. Om Mani Padme Hum.